Hi guys and welcome back. This is Mike Hermes at MH Tutorials, and today we're going to model a Gatling gun. I got that request a few times, so that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully this will fit in one tutorial. I would like to texture it and light it and render it as well, but we'll see how this turns out, so it doesn't become too long. Okay, this will be my interpretation of a Gatling gun. There are a lot of models out there. Some are realistic, some are fantasy. I will probably create something that's somewhere in between. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we're going to go to our polygons menu. We're going to select a polygon pipe. We're going to drag that out in the grid. We're going to pull that up, and we're going to hit 5 for shaded mode. Okay, I'm going to hit E to rotate it 90 degrees. So we'll just check to make sure that we're at 90. Here we go, like that. And I'm going to check my subdivisions. 20 will make it a bit clunky, so I'm going to bump that up to 40. And for height, I'm going to do 5. All right. Now, before we do anything else, I want to have the endings here beveled. So I'm going to right-click, go to Edge. Oh, I got my soft selection on. Okay, so we got that one. Shift, double-click on that one. There we go. Edit Mesh and Bevel. And I don't want to make it too smooth because that would look unrealistic. Actually, yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. So now that we got that, we need to stretch this out. So right click, object mode, select the object. We're going to first scale it down quite a bit, something like that. And then we're going to stretch it out quite a bit, maybe a bit more, something like that. Okay. So now that we got that, we need to duplicate this a few times. So we're going to switch views to this view here. And first we're going to set the translate values to 0, like that. Okay. I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate that. W to move it down to, let's say, about there, something like that. I'm going to shift select both of them. I'm going to go up to modify and center pivot, which should bring my pivot down. Well, let's see what happens. Hit E to rotate. No, that didn't take. I'm just going to go back a few steps. Okay, so I got that one. Control D, W to move that down. Okay, I'm going to hit Control D again. I'm going to move it up here. Hit Control D again. And we'll get them in the right position in a bit. Okay, so let me think. Pull down these two a bit. Pull them in a bit. Oop, wrong one. Something like that. We're going to hit Control D. We're going to pull those up. Yeah, we'll tweak that later, but for now it looks good. Okay. So what do we got so far? I'm just going to pull that up. Okay. They're a bit wide apart, but not too bad so far. Okay. Now we're going to go up to our Polygon Cylinder. We're going to drag that out in the grid, pull it up a little bit, hit E, rotate it in this angle, make sure we're at 90 exactly. And now we're going to position that. So hit W, and actually I'm going to put the translate values to 0, so it's nice in the middle. And I'm going to add some subdivisions to it. So I'm going to change that to 40. We're going to take these and we're going to, oh, actually got an extra duplicate up there. And we're going to get them in a line. All right, I like it. Okay, so now we've got this ring here. We're going to hit W. We're going to move that to the front end. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate that. We're going to move on here. Control D again. Move on there. Actually, Control Z, Control Z. I want to hit Shift D, so I got the exact distance. Okay, so Control D to duplicate. One there, and Shift D, one more. Okay, so we got that part so far. Now I want to, let me think. What do I want to do next? Okay. Next, I want to create a cylinder. And I'm going to pull that up, hit E, rotate that over by 90 degrees, like so. Check our subdivisions. I'll make that 40. And what we're going to do is we're going to insert 3 subdivision caps, hit F to zoom in. And what I want to do is right click, go to face. Oops, that's too much. So it's tricky to get the right angle here. I'll just try it there. I hate it when that happens. Not quite sure why that happens, but anyway. Edge. There we go. And we got that one. Edit mesh, extrude, hit W, pull that out a little bit. Do the same here. And let's see if that fits or not. I'm going to bevel this. Edit mesh, bevel. Something like that. And let's see if that lines up or not. Right click, object mode. And we're going to hit W, move that over. We're going to set the translate values to 0. Like that, so it's nice and central. We're going to hit R, we're going to scale it out. Something like that. We're going to hit W, we're going to move it back until we get, let's see how that looks. We're going to scale it up a bit more. And I just want my tubes to be just inside this line here. And that seems to be the case. Yeah, just all right. So we got that. Let's see what else. We need to, I'm going to drag select this entire section here. Control D, W, move move that over. That looks a bit better. And then I'm going to select these three. I'm going to hit R, and I'm going to scale them out just a little and make them a bit thicker, like that. That's starting to look fairly decent. And again, I realize that this is not in, an actual Gatling gun. It's my interpretation of one. So yeah, I'm just creating what I think is correct. Okay. So we're going to grab a cube. I'm going to drag that up, something like that. Hit W. I want that on top of this barrel here. So we're just going to move that in. Make sure that it's on top and centered like that. Okay. We got that part. We need to move that back a little and maybe stretch it out a bit, like that. Not too thick, yeah, just a little bit. Make that a bit thinner and hit W and move that forward a bit. I'll check it from this angle, something like that. Okay. So now we got that. Now we're going to create a bracket down here. And to do that, we're going to get one of these toruses here. I'm going to drag that out. I'm going to go to my attribute editor. I want to have a little bit more subdivisions here as well. Let's see, I don't need that radius. I need the, let me think. Section radius, yeah, there we go. It's a bit too much. That looks about good. Okay, I'm going to hit E. I'm going to rotate that over by 90 degrees, like that. I'm going to switch views to this view here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. So right click, face mode, drag select, and get rid of the top section like that. Then I'm going to right click on this here, go to object mode, select it, and I'm going to move it to this position. Just check it from my perspective view. Okay, as you can see, it needs to be stretched out quite a bit. So I'm going to hit R, and I'm going to pull that down until it's in the right position. Let me think, that doesn't look good. I'm going to hit R, scale it out, something like that. W, pull it back over, and let's see where we're at. I can move it down. I'm just going to switch views here. Okay. So let me think. Looks about central. Pull it up a little bit. I'm going to scale it in. Not too much. Let me think. Yeah, something like that. And then what I'm going to do is right click, vertex, drag select these and these, hit W and pull that up like that. So let's see how that looks. Okay, so it looks secured there. Then I need a handle on top. So what I'm going to do there is I'm actually going to, let me think. I'm gonna take one of these again. I'm going to drag that out. I'm gonna increase this to 40 by 40, something like that. Hit E, rotate it by 90 degrees. And as you can see, I'm trying to make this tutorial one that doesn't take 2 hours. So maybe I'm going a bit fast, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so got that. Then I'm going to right click, go to face, select these two here, hit W, no, sorry, select this section here, once again, that section. I'm going to stretch that out. That looks about right. Right click, object mode, and now I want to position it on top. So I'm going to flip that over again until we're at 90 degrees, minus 90 in this case. Okay. I want it to sit on top of that bracket section here. So I'm going to hit W and I'm going to get it into position roughly. Check my other views. Okay, not too bad. All right, now I'm going to right click here. I'm going to, let me think, I'm going to do that for my side view. Right click, go to vertex, drag, select that. I'm going to pull that out quite a bit. Something like that. Let's see how that looks. All right. Now I need to create some brackets here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that by creating a cube. I'm going to pull that up. Just to make sure that it's square. So 5 by 5 by 5. And for subdivisions 2 by 2 by 2, like that. I'm going to switch views, pull that up, pull that out, something like that. And from this view, put it in the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to scale that down quite a bit. So hit R, scale that down. I'm going to select these faces here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to hit W. Actually extrude first, edit mesh, extrude. Hit W. And I'm going to pull that out. And now I need to position it correctly. Okay, so from this view first, let's put this in the middle. We'll try that again. It's not central. Hang on, guys. I'll just go to object mode. There we go. So that looks about right. Now we need to hit 5 for shaded mode. We're going to push that back a little. Like that. Okay. We're going to create a segment bar going straight down here. So we're going to insert an edge loop, and we're going to do that in this view here. So edit mesh, insert edge loop, and we'll make that something like that. Looks about right. Hit Q to exit that. and we're going to extrude that down. So, oh, I need 2 of those. Whoops. All right, Control Z. We're going to try that again. What I'll do is I'll do that from this view. That should work. Edit Mesh, insert Edge Loop Tool. I'm just going to pull that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we got that. We're going to right click, face mode, select and select, edit mesh. Where we go, extrude. Yeah, and now I need to flip it over, but that's okay. Okay, so right click, object mode, select my entire object, flip it over by exactly 90 degrees, 180, sorry, minus 180. So that looks good, okay. And now we need to align it with that bracket. So we're going to go to our side view, and let's see, that's our bracket there. Okay, we're going to split this one here. So right click, face, 1, 2, 2, 3. Come on. I always wonder why that happens. Sometimes you just won't select the faces. Okay. Just stretch that out a little bit. Okay. 1 and 2. Edit mesh, extrude. We're going to go to our top view. We're going to hit W and we're going to pull that out. And we're going to correct the position in a second. We're going to select those two. Edit mesh, extrude. Hit W. We're going to pull that out. And now we're going to get these two, these two in the right position. Okay. So let's check our angle. First, I'm going to take my entire object, like so. We're going to pull that down, maybe a bit more. And we're going to hit R, and we're going to scale it in a bit. Okay. So, object mode, hit W, pull it back a little. So we got this one here. And we're going to get that into the right position. So hit F. We're going to pull that in. Okay. Then we're going to go to that one. We're going to select these vertices. And we're going to align that. And now we need to pull it over. Looks a bit better already. And now the entire object, right click object mode, needs to drop just a little so the top part is aligned like so. Okay. As you can see, it's sticking out a bit, so that's the next thing we need to fix. And what I will do is just pull that in, just scale it just a little and push it down just a little. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. All right. Okay, so what's next? We're going to create an ammo case. So we're going to drag select a cube. We're going to pull that up, something like that. We're going to go to this view here. We're going to go to Edit Mesh, insert Edge Loop Tool. I'm going to put an edge in there, hit Q. We're going to right click on face and we're going to select the surrounding faces. Okay, we're going to go to Edit Mesh, Extrude. We're going to hit R to scale out just a little, something like that. Right click on the entire object, object mode. We're going to scale that down just a bit, something like that. Hit W, we're going to pull that in. Pull that down. It's a bit too small. I'm just going to scale that up a little and make it a bit thinner. Okay, so we got that. Next is we're going to create a couple of handles. So how we're going to do that? We're going to let me think. We're going to take cylinders like that, pull that up, change that to 40. Yeah, 40 sounds about right. We're going to hit E to rotate that by 90 degrees. Like that. We're going to hit R and we're going to scale that down quite a bit and stretch that out. And we're going to try to get that thing in place. So hit W, wrong angle, hit W. Let's see if that lines up thickness wise, scale it down a bit. Okay, something like that, maybe a bit more. Okay, and now we're going to move it in the middle, hit R and scale that out quite a bit. So let's see how that looks. Not too bad. All right. Not too bad. Okay. Now we're going to create the handles. So for that, I'm going to create another cylinder. I'm going to pull that up and I'm going to change that to 40, like so. Okay. And I'm going to create another one about something like that. Change that to 40 with a thickness that is about something like that. And I'm going to stretch that out. So scale it out a little bit. Switch my views. So if I take W and pull that up here, maybe scale it back a little bit. We don't want too much. Something like that. I'll just get these two items in the clear so I can see it a bit better. Okay, so I got that. Control D, pull that down. Control D, pull that up. Let's hit 5 for shaded mode. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, just have a look. All right, we're gonna scale that one up a bit. Okay, stretch that down. Let's see what we got. Let's soften this, see if that, actually not yet. We're gonna stretch that one out a bit. Hit E, rotate it. Just gonna check it from my top view. All right, something like that. Okay, so now we got that. We're going to drag select that thing, right click, smooth. Let's see. No, don't like it. Okay, we're gonna do that in a different way. And bear with me, guys. This is just figuring out as we move forward. So I'm just trying to do that. Increase that to 40. We're gonna change height, something like that. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna model this a little bit. We're gonna go to deformation. We're gonna select deformation. We're gonna hit B for soft modification. I'm gonna switch my angles, and I'm just going to this is trickier than I thought. I'm looking for a certain shape that I'm trying to create. I'm not quite sure the best way to approach that. So just give me a second, guys. Okay, we're going to start off by pulling the handles down, and we'll take it from there. And maybe I'll figure out a way as we move forward. Okay, so we got that. We're going to pull that up. We're going to change that to 40. I'm going to right click, go to edge, take that edge, take that edge, edit mesh, and bevel. We're going to pull that back a bit. Something like that. Right click, object mode. We're going to stretch that out a bit like that. And let's start to position these. So top view, hit F to zoom in. We're going to get that into position. And we're going to hit Control D. And we're going to move that over. Let's see what we got. All right. So we got that one. Okay, now what we need to do is create some screws. So for that, we're going to create a sphere. We're going to increase subdivisions like that. We're going to take a polygon cylinder. We're going to drag that out. pull that up a little, and we're going to increase segments there as well to 40. We're going to hit E, we're going to rotate that 90 degrees, minus 90 in this case. Okay, we're going to go to our top view, and we're going to position that on top of our cylinder like that. Pull it up a little. So we got that. Okay, we're going to hit Control D to duplicate that, pull it over, and we're going to rotate that by 90 like that. Okay, we're going to select our sphere, select our plate, go up to Mesh, Boolean, and Difference, and we're going to move that one in like that. Select our ball, select that, Mesh, Boolean, and Difference. Okay, now we're going to rotate that by just modify center pivot. We're going to rotate that by 90 degrees, minus 90 in this case, and we're going to move that into position. So we're going to move that over, we're going to pull that out, we're going to scale it down big time, something like that. We're going to check our view here. So if that is in shaded mode, okay, let's see, where is our screw? There it is. So W to pull it into position. So depth-wise, that's okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to scale it down a bit more, something like that. And we should be able to see where he's at by hitting 4. Okay, we're going to pull that one up. Something like so. We're going to pull that out. Hit Control D. We're going to pull one out there. Control D. Get one up there. Control D and pull one down there. Let's see what we got. Okay, not too bad. So the next thing we need to do is we need to create a quick platform, and we need to create, let me think. Yeah, we're going to create a platform. Okay, so we're going to start off by creating an axle. So we're going to pull that up, make it nice and round, let's say 40. We're going to check it from our top view to get that into position. So that would be around here somewhere. Just going to zoom in for wireframe mode. Looks about right. We're going to pull that down. Okay. And we're going to go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool, and we're going to do one there and one there, like that. We're going to hit Q, right click, face. Oh. Let's try that again. Okay. Edit Mesh, Extrude, hit R, and scale it out a bit. Something like that. Okay, now we're going to create a disk. So, create another Polygon Cylinder. Pull it up a bit. Change that to 40. We're going to bevel the edge. So, right click, edge, Shift double click, edit mesh and bevel, and we're going to leave the angle the way it is. Go to object mode. We're going to get that in position as well. So we're going to move that so it's underneath our axle. And that should be something like that. Let's check. Pull that down. All right, now we got that. Now we're going to create some legs for that. So we are going to, first of all, I'm going to move this entire thing out of the way a bit. So we got our grid to work with. Okay, so I'm going to create a cube. Drag that out in the grid, pull that up. We're going to make that nice and square, so 5 by 5 by 5. Don't really need subdivisions at this point. Hit R to stretch that out quite a bit. F to zoom in again. Okay, so we got one of those. We're going to check from our top view. Just going to hit F to zoom in. There's my cube. I'm going to hit Control D. I'm going to move on over here. And I'm going to hit Control D again. And I'm going to move one, let's say, there. Okay. Then I'm going to right click, go to face mode. Okay, come on guys. Object mode. Right click face mode. I'm going to switch views for that. Okay. Try that again. Right click face mode. Select that face. Shift click, right click. Select that face. And select that face. We're going to hit R. Oh, not exactly what I had in mind. Hang on, guys. Okay, slightly different approach. We got one of these guys. Right click face, select face. We're going to hit F and we're going to pull that over quite a bit. Even more than that, and we're going to try something like that. Okay. So now that we've got that one, we're going to go to our top view. We're going to hit Control D. Go to object mode first. Control D. We're going to pull that over. We're going to hit E and we're going to rotate it around. Let's see if that works okay. By 180. And we're going to pull it out a bit. Let's check this from this view here. Okay. We're going to go to the top view. We're going to hit Insert and we're going to move the pivot point there. We're going to hit Control D and we're going to rotate that again. Something like that. So that would be 180, 90, 270. Something like so. And we're going to move that one there. That looks about right. Let's see. I'm just trying to make it a bit symmetrical. So insert, pivot point is there. Yeah, looks better. Okay. So now that I got this, I'm going to go to Mesh and Combine. And I'm going to position this underneath the gun and scale it down a bit. So we're going to go there. I'm going to move the pivot point to the middle. I'm going to hit E to rotate. And we're going to want something like that. F to zoom in. W to move up. I want to scale the entire thing down a bit. That looks about right. W to pull it up. Let's see if I'm still in the middle. Yeah, pretty close. Okay. Yeah, it's too small. I need to scale it up a bit. Okay. And now we need some tripod pads. So for that, I'm just going to simply create some small cylinders here. Okay, we're going to make that 40. And we're going to position them under the legs, so to speak. So one there. Control D. One there. Control D. Like that. Check from this view here. I'm going to push them up a little. So let's see what we got so far. So this is what we got to this point. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag select the entire thing. Mesh, combine. We're going to drop it down on our grid. We're going to create a, oh, it's not on a grid yet. We're going to create a quick ground plane like that. That will help us a bit to select the object. Actually, it was on the grid. Okay. Just check to make sure that we're on the grid. Yeah, looks good. Alrighty. Okay, so next we're going to right click, go to edge. We're going to select that edge, edit mesh and extrude. We're going to hit W, pull that out and pull that up. Something like that. Right click on the ground plane, go to object mode, right click, assign new material, Fong E. We're going to make that white. We're going to initially select our entire gun, right click, assign new material, Fong E. We're going to make that black. Okay. And now we're going to change some accents. So we're going to go back to mesh, hit separate. We're going to select these rings here. I'll just put that in wire mode. Okay, and that one, and that one, and that one. We're going to select these two here. We're going to select that plate there. We're going to select the feet like that. We're going to select the top handlebar. And we're going to select the bracket and bracket. we're gonna select the, oops, not that one, the screws, like that. There we go. And one down here. And we're gonna deselect that. So we got all that, and we got that one. We're gonna right click, assign new material, MIA underscore material X. We're going to go to our material tab, go to presets, chrome, and replace. Hit 5 for shaded mode. Okay, so we got that. We're going to set up some quick lighting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my render settings, go to mental ray, indirect lighting, image-based lighting. I'm going to select that. I'm going to select an HDRI file. So Maya HDRI. I'm going with a, I got a file called Sunny Office Street, but you can use any file you want. Okay, we're not going to see that. We're just going to use the lighting of it. I'm going to create an ambient light to bring down the shadows a little bit. Ambient light shape. Going to go to shadows, use ray trace shadows, and I'm going to bring down the intensity to 0.1, like that. Okay, let's stretch this out a bit, because again, I don't want to see that. We're just going to tweak that a bit more. Okay, we're going to go to render settings. I'm going to select global illumination. I'm going to bump up my quality to about 1.25. I'm going to increase my image size to 1080. And while I render, I'm just going to quickly pause the video so you guys don't have to wait. So I'll be back in a second. Well guys, during the render I saw that it was a bit too dark, so I'm going to throw in one additional light. So I'm going to go to Create, Lights, Point Light. I'm going to hit W, pull that up. Just going to check that from my top view where it's positioned. And I want it to be somewhere around here, like that. And on my point light shape, I'm going to go to Shadows and use Depth Map Shadows. Just going to check the light from a height point of view. It's a bit high, something like that. We're going to go back to perspective view. We're going to zoom in on the gun. And we're going to try this again. Hang on. Okay guys, and I'm back. Well, this is the final render of the Gatling gun, or at least my interpretation of a Gatling gun. Obviously, you know, you can spend a lot more time on this. Again, I don't want to make a 4-hour tutorial. This is just to inspire you to create your own. Everybody based on their own skill level. And you know, I'm certainly not the best modeler in the world, but I just want to share you guys what I know based on my skill level. So this is it. If you got any questions, let me know. It was fun doing this. If you got any requests for tutorials, let me know. And if you guys like to subscribe, that would be awesome. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.